Now, again, since we're educating you on how to use fair use and copyright law, we gotta explain that to you periodically over and over again, right? So you understand what that means. Now, when you write a song, right, and you copyright it, you do own that song up to a certain percentage. Usually it's what, 90, right? Then you divvy it up, right? Now, your record label is the main publisher of that music, right? Then there's you, the person who's, writing, either co-authoring the lyrics or music of the song, right? And then again, if you're using the soundboard and you're editing it together or you're singing it live, it's going to sound a little bit different there too, right? So what I'm teaching you is the radio version of the songs I hear on the radio, not your live versions, because you can freestyle it live, right? Versus, again, right, singing it like it is on the radio. So when I do that, and I'm teaching you the radio version of the song and how to sound like it sounds on the radio in a respectful manner, right? I'm teaching you either imitation or how to sing it on your own, right? Which are the legal definitions of the educational part of copyright law. Right? So if it's a song, I'm teaching you how to sing the song, educational wise. Now, even if it's Luther Vandross, I'm teaching you, I'm giving him the credit that it's his song I'm teaching you, right? I don't say I'm Shane Lee teaching you Shane Lee's song if I'm teaching Luther Vandross' song, right, for example, right? I mean, if I do a woman like Diana Ross or another male singer like Lionel Richie, and I sing the song Endless Love, right, which they both sung the song together, I do both parts. Like, say, I do, my love, there's only you in my life, the only thing that's right. That's Lionel, right? Yeah. Yeah. And then I do Diana. My first love. Uh-oh. Little Michael E there, huh? Your every breath I take, your every step I make. And that's based off of the track, right? After they recorded it in the studio and I heard it on the radio. And I do both parts. Even if I were to do Olivia Newton-John and John Travolta from "You're the One That I Want" from the soundtrack of the Grease movie, right? And again, or Summer Lovin' or whatever, right? If I do that, I again take John parts and then Olivia's part, and then teach you how to sound from androgynously true male to true female, right? So if I go, summer loving had me a blast, and I go, summer loving happened so fast. That's a mild impersonation of both people singing the track there that I heard in the movie or on the radio, right? And again, if I do anyone who does a duet, right, from Sonny and Cher, it's educational because I'm teaching you to see both sides, right? The male and female, right? So I do Sonny and Cher, right? Dolly and Kenny, or whoever, right? It's educational, right? Because I'm teaching you, right? Something not everybody can even do, right? Well, you're like, well, how do you change your voice from hell to female? Well, you gotta hear your head voice, right? Which is how a female sings, and your chest voice, which is how a male sings, right? And know which is which, right? Now, say I want to sing Shania Twain's "Man, I Feel Like a Woman," right? Or "Woman, I Feel Like a Man," which you can feel as well. And man, she feels like a woman, right? Now that's a little tad off, but close enough, you know. Man, she feels like a woman. A little bit different. musical accompaniment, but still in the spirit of the song on the radio. So there I'm teaching you kind of masculine, feminine, but maybe more men sing like a woman. There. Mm-hmm. Or, again, man, she feels like a woman. That's real masculine, right? Hey, she feels like a woman. Still similar to her voice, but still that higher, right? Right. And see, I really learned to do that just listening to the artist on the radio, which I'm giving them credit for as I do impersonations, right? Exactly. Now, I'm sure if you listen to my video and we both listen to it together, you should hear the same thing or you're being jealous. You're being jealous. So, like I said, the reason I learned to do that, though, is men who try to sing high. I say start with Smokey Robinson from and the Miracles, right? Or the Four Tops, or, which started with African American artists, right? Right. And then Stevie Wonder and people like that, right? Who kind of sing high to more tenor parts, right? And listen to all this music, including church music and choir music, joining the band in sixth grade, right? To ninth grade, and then being in choir from eighth grade to 11th, 10th grade, eighth grade to 10th grade, which is still 3 years, right? Eighth, ninth, and 10th, and then sixth, seventh, eighth, and ninth, 4 years of band, and then 3 years of chorus, which is really 5 years of music, right? In school, right? From sixth to 10th, right? So that's sixth, seventh, eighth, ninth, 10th, right? And then in 11th grade, I try to take French, and that's where me and Sonia met. My acquaintance there, right? And I sat across from her because there was a chair open. Go figure, go figure. But anyway, but I called her once, like I said, right? And like I said, right, whatever happened, happened with her. But I don't force it. I don't force it. I just accepted that she saw us more as acquaintances, right? All right, so let's see where we're at now. Um, so if you understand the term fair use, right, the reason is you can have money and I'm not, right? And you can put out a song on the radio, but I can't say, right? But I hear your song on the radio and I really like it and I really want to imitate you. So I could use fair use to do that, right? To educate people how I listen to your song on the radio and learn to sing it with you, right? And give you credit that you wrote the song, but it's your song, but it's not my song, but I like the song and I learned to sing it with you. And then if I want to do it in my own voice, like I said, then I show them that too as another way to educate you and how to sing, right? So, like I said, if I want to do Shania Twain song or a Journey song, like Open Arms, I can do that in my own voice. I'm beside you, here in the dark, feeling your heartbeat of mine. Softly you whisper, you're so sincere. How could our love be so blind? We're set on together, we drifted apart, and here you are by my side. 'Cause all now I come to you with open arms, nothing to hide. Believe what I say. So here I am with open arms, hoping you'll see what your love means to me. Open arms. That's more my voice than Steve Barry's voice. I can impersonate Steve Barry's voice too, but there I did it totally different. Even than the original version I did on YouTube, right? That's right. And that's the point too about if I'm a good singer, I can and impersonator. That's what I'm practicing myself as, like Eddie Murphy or a comedian side of me, right? And also the business side of me, right, is I'm an impersonator. I can do both speaking voices and singing voices, right? So that's how I'm packaging myself to my managers, right? Or manager, right? If I find one, right? But of course, I can't do it myself, right? I can only do so much by myself, right? And that's why I'm also using fair use and not trying to force it, right? That means I'm not trying to make a whole lot of money off of it either, right? It's more about teaching you how I learn to do it than making money off of it, right? So I should be able to make something like $100 a month or right? A small amount, right? If I'm getting traffic still, right? And trust me, I'm getting traffic, right? Even 10 is better than 1 because I can only go to it a few times myself, right? So someone's still going to it, say, if I go to it once or 3 times in a week, someone else is going to it 6 times, right? So 6 other people could be going to it, right? So that shows someone's interested, but they don't want to deal with everything. So I'm trying to help them deal with everything by telling the truth, right? And teaching them what I learned, right? And then moving on, and then moving on, right? But if whoever is doing whatever they're doing, they need to stop, right? Just stop it, right? And drop it. Just go back to doing before that, right? Whatever relationship we had before that, that's where you need to go back to, right? Whatever thought came into your head that you should know is wrong by now, right? And was it going on right at all, right? And I forgive you for your mistakes in that. Like I said, but just stop. Right. Mm-hmm. It is crazy. I know it is. And like I said, we both know people that neither one of us, you because you're married and me because no, she was married, right? Like I said, right? And all that's not normal, right? So just stop. I'm trying to stop, right? By the way, I'm trying to wait and figure out what to do, not just jump ahead and do it, right? It's like a game of chess with someone, right? If you got checkmate or check, right? One, you can't make any more moves, right? You done checked yourself, right? And you only have a few more moves, right? Checkmate, you don't have any more moves. You've been defeated, right? And a draw is where, again, right? Which is rare in chess, right? Or neither one should be doing something they were doing anymore, right? To interfere with other person's life, right? Like I said, right? Okay.